okay? Like, I don't know who this is for. I would say all of us, right? Let's just claim that 10 of Cups. This is huge. Everybody's been really concentrating since, with this eclipse season. Those people that are tuned in, that have been doing the work, know how magnanimous this eclipse season was. We won't have another season like this till like 2025. Now, we are coming into this 11/11 portal tomorrow, actually, or today, because it's early in the morning where I am. But this has just been a very auspicious time across the globe for everybody. And part of what we're doing here is opening our heart center. A lot of us, it started with COVID, the pandemic across the globe. And then all of a sudden, like, all of these tower moments started happening, and people, the astrology's been happening for a while, but it really started to intensify. It's still intensifying right now. I think I've mentioned, if you guys have watched some of the other readings, specifically, I think the pre-eclipse readings and moon readings, I talk a lot about how, October, November, and December are going to be really heightened, okay, 2022. Not to mention the elections, going on here in the United States. But even besides all that, I'm talking about, like, personally. We've gone through this process where all of the stuff is coming up, and you are being tasked to decide what serves you and what doesn't serve you, and, kind of purge things. And in the process of having all that stuff kind of thrown in our face, not to mention the pandemic and all the, people's hearts started to kind of like, because they were breaking. A lot of people were like, their hearts were just breaking. And we've been doing this now for a while. So what this shows me as a collective is that we have kind of, when we needed to, we took the bull by the horns, okay? We're going through it. Sometimes it's begrudgingly. Sometimes it's, step by step. Sometimes it's, leap and yay. Sometimes it's, oh my God, right? Like, seriously, sometimes we're crying, but we've done this as a collective, okay? And it's helping, okay? Like, I don't know if you guys feel it, but every day, you can see a lot of darkness, but the energy in general started to lift. That happened on the 8/8 porthole. Okay. And it's going to progressively do that because the momentum, it's like a snowball going down the hill. The more people that tune into the light, even if the path is bumpy, they're still tuning into the light, and it's like a snowball effect. That's the best analogy I can come up with this time in the morning. But anyway, so this 10 of Cups that we're coming into as a collective, okay, is just beautiful. This is total manifestation harvest season, okay, of the heart, which is now, as I was getting to, what is starting to happen. We're starting to come back around and understand, how to integrate and pull all of this together while opening our hearts even more, okay? And I'm going to tear up even thinking about it, right? Even talking about it, because it really is so beautiful, okay? Because now we're opening our heart to important stuff. It's not just what's going to make me happy and, that I smile to. It's important, deep stuff that we're doing here. So this is freaking fantastic, right? We come in with this Page of Swords, okay? A lot of us have been dealing with our past. This shows me that a lot of us have said, okay, I figured that out, or if I couldn't figure it out, I did the best that I could and I let it go to Spirit, right? Spirit's going to take care of this. And we've got the Judgment card coming in here, okay? So this shows me that's why we're getting this 10 of Cups, because there has been this big shift of self-care, looking back at the past, deciding, what we need to bring forward, what was beneficial in all those tower moments, what the opportunity was for us to kind of learn and grow, because that's what they're there for. We're here to learn and grow, not only as a collective, but on our own spiritual journeys here. okay? And this shows me that everybody's bossing up, right? We've got Judgment coming in here. And what this shows me, that's twofold. One is that the collective is deciding, okay, like, right? I've done all I can, okay? Now it's time for Spirit to take over. I'm moving forward. So that's part of what this is. Like, we have kind of made the judgment call here too, okay? Because you have to be ready for the universe to give you things. You have to be ready to receive that. And the universe will wait until you're in the right mindset and soul space and heart space to be able to accept things. Because if you are doing the work, you're aligned, okay? Right? Like, you know, there's a love energy to that, okay? And then what happens then is that Spirit calls judgment, okay? Source, Spirit, Divine. Once we get to that point where we're ready, okay, and we can, you know, we've done all we have to do and whatever, and we start moving forward away from that past thing, whatever that is, okay? Even if it's just a mindset about something, right? Then we start moving into, you know, where the universe can then say, okay, are you done doing everything that you're trying to do? Are you going to, okay, you're going to move on to this. Okay, now it's our turn to step in and do that. Okay, huge, absolutely huge. We've got the 10 of Cups. We have left the past. We've decided, right? We're not this page energy like, wait, do I want to go back? Is there something I forgot? But wait, I need to hold up a boundary. Done. We've called judgment. The universe has called judgment. And then we have this Knight of Pentacles coming in here. Okay? And this shows me that we are, you know, the Page of Pentacles is all about focusing on our projects, right? Our own personal spiritual growth and development. This shows me, okay, that we're now in Knight energy. We're ready to start bringing our experience, okay, our gifts, what we've learned through all these tower opportunities, this death, this rebirth, you know, it's like coming out of the cocoon into a butterfly stage, okay? We're ready to start moving forward. For some of you, this could be that somebody is going to be coming in here to offer you assistance. I've said this a lot. I've had 3 readings in particular that have talked about huge windfalls, not to mention by sign, okay, that are going to be coming in for people that have chosen the healing path, okay? And you don't have to be like a seer or a light worker or a starseed. My definition is, if you are trying to align your life with the light, with source, with good things, you're trying to heal. In one aspect of that, you are a light worker, just like, you know, a Reiki healer or a healer. Okay, because when we start aligning with our soul's purpose, that puts us in the light. We are light workers. I mentioned you could be a mechanic, you could, you know, and work on cars. Okay, Spirit will put you in the positions to do the most good at a place that you're happy, right? Something that you like to do. Okay, so with that being said, we're bossing up here. It's about time now to start opening up to the abundance that has been sitting here waiting for us, patiently waiting for us to do what we needed to do, to feel the emotions, okay, to take care of ourselves. And now we're coming into this Knight of Pentacles energy. And this also, again, I feel like for a lot of us, this is bringing like legitimate support. I feel like some people are finding, you know, their soul tribes here, okay? Their communities, or they're finding a passion project. Notice he's up on a horse. The pages always stand on the ground, okay? Now you're on a horse, all right? Which means it's going to go a little bit faster, right? Although the Knight of, some of these can go very slowly, like some of these knights. But, you know, it's coming from a higher place. You're up off the ground now, right? We have this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, this is interesting because we have all this heart energy coming in over here in the present position, okay? Right? The present desire and how I feel like we're moving in, especially coming over this portal here, okay, is that we're leaving that past behind. The unexpected maybe is that maybe you don't even understand that you're in that space where you're already pushing that and you're moving forward. And it's going to be a matter of going like, it's like going to be like kind of like an aha moment, like, oh, wow, okay, I'm already doing this. I didn't even realize it. And so you step back and give yourself some kudos here, right? Okay. And then we have the immediate future. Okay. Could be new projects coming in. Could be people coming in to support you. Okay. And that can be in a variety of ways. Okay. It could be a new friend. It could be somebody that comes in to support your business. It could be a new client. It could be a new modality that is really helping you heal. There's just a plethora of things that can be happening. It could be a grant, right, that you've been waiting for. It could be a partnership, This has to do with being, spiritual, pentacles, right? It's also financial. So there's going to be some kind of an opportunity coming in here. For a lot of us, it feels like, oh my God, this is taking forever. But again, we have to be ready to receive. Okay? And if you've had things come in the past and you feel like, oh my God, I missed that opportunity, right? That's not how it works. Our abundance is sitting there waiting for us. It's just ours. And as we go at our pace and take our time and learn the lessons and learn how to take care of ourselves better, it's going to come in for you, okay? The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse here. Okay, this is the outcome potential, the potential future, all right? Now, when she is in the upright, she is very stable, sturdy, practical, multiplying the pentacles here. Okay, but because it's the divine feminine aspect here, she's also very nurturing. Okay, there's a softer side. Now, I see this in the reverse. So some of you, which is why I pulled the extra card here, which is the Four of Wands. Okay, for some of you, a lot of us, actually, I'm going to change what I just said. For a lot of us, thank you, Spirit. For a lot of us, our hearts were broken, our worlds were broken, okay? And it's about this reintegration of the heart, of the practical stuff, of the clarity, of the action, okay? It's about reintegrating this stuff. So this, to me, shows that maybe the heart is kind of leading here. Now, you do need to be practical, okay? Especially if you're doing something in business and you're starting partnerships and things like this. This could be kind of like, hey, a reminder, like you need to kind of be practical. You need to dot your I's, you need to cross your T's, you need to be an adult, okay? Have boundaries, be professional, that kind of stuff, all right? But at the same time, I really feel like with this Ten of Cups popping out on top, that it's kind of part of this reintegration, that people are starting to learn how to integrate the practical with the heart center. Okay. And that's why she's coming up like that. And that's why I drew the next card here, which just happens to be the Four of Wands, which is another thing that's very interesting here, because with the Four of Wands, you've got passion. Okay. You've got growth, action, and energy. And the 4 comes right now. The 3 is mind, body, spirit. Okay, where you're making choices, right? Moving forward. The 4 is a period of kind of rest. And in this suit that's about growth, action, and energy, this shows me the 4 also says you're building on solid foundations here. We've got the 4 directions represented with the 4. Okay. And this is time, it's time to kind of take a rest a little bit. Remember how I talked about stepping back, realizing how far you've come, okay? Kind of taking a personal inventory to say like, wow, good for you. To count your blessings, to pull in that gratitude, okay? And this is why I'm talking about the heart space here. Now, let's go ahead and pull some more cards and see what we got going on here. Thank you, Spirit. Sorry, like I said, I'm tired. It was a wonderful day, but it was emotional. And, you know, it just is what it is, man. We're all going through it. And I just, I was so happy to see that Ten of Cups because it was such a personal validation even for me. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. See, we are building on solid ground. Some of you, okay, some of you could be getting like a brand new house, a new place to live, a new home. But notice the 4 again. This is confirming that it is on solid ground. Earth, water, air, fire, or the 4 directions. However you want to look at this, okay? This is sanctuary, right? Okay, this is, you know, the culmination of the work here. So for some of you, you could be getting a new house, or you could be taking your present residence wherever you live, if it's a camper, a tent, you know, a penthouse suite, you know, a house, anything, property, you know, whatever. It's about kind of turning things that we have or are going to receive. It's about that sacredness, okay? And understanding. It's like we now kind of understand how to pull that heart energy back in and take whatever we have wherever we are and turn it into, you know, shifting the perspective so that we see value there. Wow, I am tired, guys. Sorry. Yeah, see? I've got the 4 of Pentacles coming out too. And the 10. Okay? Like, holy crap. So this is going to be, this is when we come through all of this stuff and we stop being numb and we stop, you know, like having all these huge emotions, right? As we're processing. And then we start to reintegrate that balance in the heart space. Okay? This is when the abundance starts to flow in. All right? So let's get some more cards out here. All right. What do we got going on here? Yeah, we've got the Page of Swords again in the reverse. Okay. And we have a 7 of Cups. Now notice the 7. The 7 is a card of growth. Okay. And notice, I love this deck because this is the only cup card that has these flowers blooming. And this shows the growth. So you're starting to get back in the flow. This came up with the Judgment card. Okay. We had the Hierophant. Now he came out upside down. So let's see what's going on here. So again, I mentioned how we're calling judgment or we're calling justice and we're letting it go because now we're moving forward with the flow. We're growing, we're blooming, and the universe is going to take care of all that stuff. Okay. We've got the upside down Hierophant with the Knight of Pentacles. Now, what that could tell me, I'm hearing a couple different things, okay? I'm hearing, for some of you, I feel like things have been taking a long time for some of you, and it has really affected your mind. It has affected, like, your faith. Not only in source and the law of attraction, you know, all of that stuff, but kind of in yourself, okay? And the Hierophant is kind of depicting this because the Hierophant in its top form here has the secrets to the universe. It's a very fair and just card, okay? For some of you, it can also kind of represent possibly letting go of old belief systems, okay? And moving forward. All right. And that's kind of the feeling that I'm getting here. So it's kind of twofold. Okay. Let's see what we've got on this Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, we've got rest. 3 4s out here on the table. Okay. If you are a kind of, you know, I'm going to do my work no matter what, because that's just, you know, what I need to do. And that's what I feel is right to do. And all of this kind of stuff. And you've kind of pulled back because you're coming into this hard stuff and it's hard to reintegrate. I mean, that's, you know, We think the work is hard. The reintegration can be difficult too, right? And I feel like this is a card of rest. And I feel because this is in the reverse, that shows me that you are taking the time to take care of yourself, okay? Because if you don't, this card can turn into illness, okay? But I see clarity and rest, okay? And this is deep chakral, sacral level stuff here, okay? Root-based stuff. And we've all been doing that. If you're doing the work, that's what you're doing, okay? So to me, this signifies rest, and I think it's very smart. And I don't think it would have come out, the cards would have come out this way with that 10 of Cups showing first, okay? That shows me that it was the right decision, okay? You're taking time to rest. You're taking care of yourself. You're building on solid foundations here. And you're opening up to your passion. You're opening up to what makes you happy, okay? What brings me joy? How can I share my joy and my passion? Wands is the suit of passion. How can I share my passion with the world to help not only uplift myself, other people, but the whole planet? Because if you're acting in your passion, okay, it's contagious, right? If people are happy, truly happy, doing, good things, it's contagious. And the world sure as heck needs a lot more of that right now. All right? Okay, yeah, see, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. When you start to get back into that heart space. And, by the way, just so you know, like healing is not, I was just having a conversation about this tonight on the way home. Healing is not an event, it's a journey, okay? It gets easier. The more we have our daily practice and we keep practicing, we get healthier. It can, it gets easier, okay? And it brings, as soon as we get in that heart space, what did I say? You're building on solid foundation, and here comes the abundance, okay? Ace of Pentacles right off the get-go, and we have a King of Wands, all right? So the King of Wands is the divine masculine in the suit of like passion and, growth, energy, and action. Right? So you take the rest, you take care of yourself, you tune back into your heart space here. You start to integrate that because we level up all the time, right? You start to integrate that and bam, all right? Divinely given abundance. Here you go. You leveled up with a crown because you did all the spiritual work, right? Okay? Like you graduated. Here's your crown. And not only that, we're going to give you some financial abundance too, because that's what you get when you put the work in, right? Okay? King of Wands, amazing. Absolutely amazing energy coming in here. All right, I'm going to pull another deck out here. So I hope, like I said, I'm kind of tired. I hope I explained that well. This is also, we've been talking a lot about reintegrating our own divine masculine and divine feminine. Because, what kind of happened during all this stuff is we kind of got separated. We started doing, we got to do this over here. And then we go, oh, wait, I forgot about this over here. And we're all kind of merging that divine feminine and divine masculine back together. And that's in ourselves, as well as there has been a lot of unifying going on in the collective between people, right? Marriages, twin flames, we've talked a lot about that stuff. Okay, so I'm going to ask about this Ace of Pentacles and this King of Wands here. This is so beautiful here. Okay. Yeah, I think a lot of us, all right, I'm not going to say even a lot of you, because I know I was going through it. The emotions were kind of tripping us up, okay? Like, here I am, I'm trying to start these projects, and I'm trying to do this, and I'm trying to do that, and I know this is my soul's purpose, or I know this is my passion, and wow, what is this? And it was like all these emotions, because we had set the intentions to heal and purge, and that's what has to happen, right? So for a lot of people, the emotions became, you know, at some point, you know, they can be a little overwhelming, right? And you just have to keep processing here. This also is a card that shows, you know, sometimes we can have delays. Notice we're out of the eclipse season here, okay? And what this tells me is the delays are over, okay? For some of you, by the 18th of this month, you are going to be receiving some kind of a message and some kind of news. I see somebody, did somebody get a puppy? I'm seeing this puppy running around. It's so cute. So for some of you, if you got a new puppy, please give it a pat for me. Okay? Yeah, same thing. A lot of us have been going back and forth, and that's kind of what happens while you're in the processing mode. And it's done. It's over with. Okay? Right? Juggling two situations, money confusion, confusion in general. This is done. This is over with. All right? This is a beautiful thing because I know we've all been going through it. I've been reading the cards. Okay? Like, not to mention talking to people, right? And, you know, whatever, seeing people's posts on Facebook. You know what I mean? We've all been going through it. We've made it through. It's like, it might not feel like that yet, but know that this, you know, there are miracles coming. The fact that we've made it through this process as a collective is a miracle in itself, is a reason to be grateful. Okay? Yeah, arguments and battles. Done. Right? Okay, we've got this Empress energy coming in here. Oh, I guess I'm sorry, I'm going off camera there. We've got this Empress energy coming in here. Okay, this is about rebirth. Okay, you know, the butterfly. Finally, the butterfly is coming at the end of this. I'm hoping you guys can see all these cards. Yeah, okay. Excuse me. This is the butterfly effect, right? Sorry. This is the butterfly aspect. Okay? So you're gone from this upside down Queen of Pentacles here. You're starting to integrate that heart. You're resting. You're taking care of yourself so you don't get sick. Okay? And here comes this Ace of Pentacles and this King of Wands topped off by an Empress. It just keeps building and growing. The Empress in, which deck is it? This deck is the one, shows her, let me find it. I know you guys will recognize it. Everybody loves this deck. A lot of readers use it. Here she is. Okay? Right? How absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. Note the moon on this as well. Okay? Right? You're birthing an entirely new world in your life, which also births new life onto the planet. Whether it's a creative thing, whether it's an actual baby. Okay? I know, you know, for some of you, I told you, like, hey, you're coming together or whatever, like, there's pregnancy, there's a potential here, you need to pay attention, right? But look how beautiful this card is. She's well maintained. She's taking care of herself. She's healthy. And again, there is no gender in tarot. Okay. So this is really about, you know, this is the blessing that we've been waiting for. And here you go. You have the upright Queen of Pentacles. All right. So this is the process here. And it's just going to be awesome. We've also, all of us have kind of had to learn not only how to tap into spirit, a better daily practice, how to have faith, not only in spirit and the divine, listening to the intuition, you know, listening to our intuition, listening to the messages, also faith in ourself as well, building that confidence, because when you strip something down, you got to build it back up. It takes time. Okay? Yeah, we have the Knight of Pentacles coming in again. That's really interesting. Somebody's got a message to share here. Okay? For some of you, it could have already come in here and you're not seeing it. You might have already met this person and it just hasn't been revealed to you yet, or you're not seeing it. And that's okay. I told you, everything is at your pace here. Notice the moon here is crescent. Okay? What do I got on the bottom of the deck here that keeps sticking? Yeah, I've got the Queen of Wands. All right. So this could be pulling in some kind of a partnership for some of you. Again, you might have met this person already. All right. You might have started this project and been like, oh, well, wait. Right? Hold on. I feel like for some of you too, that you may or may not have received kind of an offer, and somebody didn't like come to you directly and say, hey, I want to help you do this. I like your work. I mean, you know, they might not have done that. This could be somebody, and I'm not just saying blood family when I say family. I'm not saying bloodline. I'm saying peripheral people that love you and support you, right? There could have been an offer, or somebody might have offered assistance and you didn't quite pick it up, okay, because you were going through all this. And they understand that because they're doing the same thing. But it might have been kind of like a hit or miss situation here. And I feel like you just didn't see it, right? You didn't see it coming in for you. Okay? This is all going to change here. All right? Because you're starting to balance out. All right, I'm going to remove these cards. I'm going to grab another deck here. And let's see. I'm going to read specifically on these cards here. Let's pull these down too. Let's find out what's going on. I'm all about the abundance, baby. I've been doing some really hard work. Let's find out what's coming in, right? Right? Show me the abundance, man. You got to be open to the miracles. You got to see the miracles. The fact that we get up every day is a freaking miracle. The fact that you can sit here and watch my channel, right? I mean, that's a miracle. The technology, the money that gives you the technology, you know, wherever you're watching it, right? Okay? Life is full of miracles. It's how we look at them. That's part of this whole butterfly coming out of the cocoon. Also is the gratitude, okay? So let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, I feel like some of you are starting to realize that you can come in out of the cold here. That church has been sitting here the whole time, okay? Or that building where the light is, where it's warm, okay? And we're all kind of beat up, collective, right? Notice the, you know, he's got the crutch and he's got the, you know, right? This is like 9 of Wands energy, like, oh my God, are we done yet, right? Okay? So I think there's going to be an opportunity here to come in out of the cold. All right. I mentioned to you, for some of you, this is about a house. Somebody out there, and I've said this before in a couple readings, I literally see somebody like getting a house that they did not expect to get. Like, boom, here, it's yours. Okay? And it might come with a project, you know. I did at one point see people getting like an inheritance of some sort. I did not see a death in the family, so to speak. It could be somebody, you know, maybe that's older that wants to, you know, bestow assets before that happens, right? Which is kind of nice because then they get to see people actually enjoy it, right? But that's, you know, that's what I see coming in here. Okay, I do see that there could be a love connection for some of you. Again, This could, you know, I almost said herald, which is, you know, like angels herald. This could be heralding or telling us here that we have accomplished that integration of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Okay? This is, your angels have been helping. Our angels have been helping us do this. For some of you, though, I really feel like this is talking about a connection that's coming in for you. Okay? Are you going to be ready to take it? We've talked about that too. You have to be ready to accept things when they come for you. And if you're not ready and you don't know that maybe that was put there to just show you what was possible, you have to be ready. Now, you can't be stagnant, right? You have to be doing your thing, but the universe knows right where you're at, okay? I have a 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here. This is going to be huge. Whatever this union is, whether it's you coming in out of the cold, okay, and starting to understand that you have to integrate and doing that and coming back into your heart space, or whether this is a union of some sort, like literally a divine masculine, divine feminine union, or whatever. Again, there's no gender. I am definitely not into, you know, throwing out that stuff. A partnership, okay, is what the cards represent. And this is legacy building stuff here. Notice in the 10 of Pentacles how we've got all the generations represented, okay, which tells me that this is legacy building. All right. We've also got, you know, with the Pentacles, this is also, not only are you sitting on sturdy ground and abundance with, you know, Pentacles, material things, okay, but it's also spiritual abundance as well, which is why you see, okay, in the 10 of Pentacles, there's always the generational stuff, all right, like empire stuff, right? This is legacy. And because we've got the wands here, this shows me that whatever you're building is based in, you know, like soul purpose, passion type energy here. All right. This Empress too, again, I've mentioned this after, I forget when it was, but actually I think it was after the Lionsgate in July. People started getting additions to their spirit teams. Okay, markedly, everybody's been getting empresses, emperors, the Hierophant, you know, depending on where it is in the read and how it sits, right? But this represents that, you know, like our ancestors are rooting for us to do this. They want us to heal the generational line, okay? Like, you know, some people believe that we actually chose to come and do this, okay? So, you know, definitely your ancestors, no matter what they were on here on earth, they are definitely rooting for this to happen. For some of you, again, I see some of you having babies. You are bringing star seeds on this earth. You will be amazed because these kids are going to know the mission. They're going to know why they're here. You know how maybe we have to like kind of go through all the stuff and figure it out. These kids are going to be like awake when they're born. Okay? And I really believe that there's protection energy around them and around us. So again, for some of you, this is an addition to your spirit team. And it's not just one. When we go through phases in our life, especially if we're cultivating our gifts, our soul purpose, okay, we have different spirit team members that come in to guide us through those different phases. If you're lucky enough to tune in, I shouldn't say lucky enough, if you take the time to tune in and actively, you know, introduce yourself and meet them, that can happen. Anybody can do that, okay? It's a matter of training your brain to be open, you know, to the intuition. We all have, you know, we all have more than 5 senses. It's how much time and energy do you spend cultivating that and tuning in. All right. It's getting late here. Let's see what we got going on. We have a 5 of rods. Okay. So I really, what I'm getting with this 5 of rods is this has really felt like a struggle here. It might still feel like a struggle, you know, like making this choice here. Okay. The 5 is also a growth card. Okay. Normally when you're in a 5 energy, okay, the next card out is the 6, which is where things start to grow again. This to me signifies a breakthrough. Okay. For some of you, you know, obviously if you're hooking up and doing whatever, you know, there might be people around you, but I think, you know, we've kind of purged all that. We know how to deal with that already. To me, this signifies more of an internal, okay, I need to move forward. I need to take this cup. When I'm done resting, I'm going to take this cup, and you're kind of having a battle internally about it. Some people are scared of success, right? Or change. Anything new can bring an internal struggle, right? Especially a lot of us that have been just traumatized, even in the last few years, people that, you know, not to mention the lifers, right? Yeah, the grieving is over. Done. 6 of Wands, celebration, 6 of Wands, excuse me, rods, wands. There's celebrations coming in here. Okay. Some of you I do see getting, moving to a new location. I see you moving to a new location that is going to make you just so happy. Okay. And what I'm hearing is that not to worry. Things will fall into place when you're ready. Okay? Like when you make a decision, everything's going to fall into place. Like you might have to make the decision not knowing exactly how things are going to happen. That's a lot of this test. This is a lot of this graduation process, is how do you listen to are you going to do it without knowing exactly how things are going to happen? Are you going to listen to your intuition here? Yeah, we've got the Queen of Pentacles again. Okay, in the upright with the bunny. Okay, this is the validation of what I'm saying. Okay, 2 of Rods, world in your hand. When you make this decision and start to move forward, it will fall into place. This is what we're learning, is how to trust not only the divine, but divine timing, the flow. This was the death and the rebirth. And here he pops out, the Emperor, which is, that was kind of what we were going through all this for also, is to learn that lesson here. Okay? And when we do, notice how we've gone from a king and queen to an emperor and an empress here. For some of you, again, I feel like this is spirit team and learning how to trust them. You know, and it comes out, you know, the divine feminine is more intuitive. Okay? The divine feminine has a softer aspect, a more mysterious aspect, more familiar with the unknown, the hidden, okay? Right? Especially in our culture. I don't care where you live in the globe, women are the bringers of life, which is like the great mystery, right? And the divine masculine, sometimes it can be a little bit harder to get our logical minds to kind of tune in. Okay? Notice the Ankh in his hand. Some of you, I feel like, I'm hearing like this is your 5th child. Like this child is completely unexpected. I see somebody with 4 kids. Their last kid is like ready to, like almost ready to either graduate from like middle school or high school. Okay. And not quite into college yet. Like they're in high school, you know, whatever. They're not even like totally out of school. And here you are, boom. I see somebody with the 5th child, and that child is going to be such a blessing In fact, if I can really say what I'm seeing, is that at some point way down the road, when you and your significant other, the mother and the father, whatever that looks like, mother, whatever, when the parents are no longer here, okay, that child that is coming in is going to be the one that glues all the other kids together. Okay? How exciting is that? Nine of Pentacles here. All right? Yet, we've got the Six of Pentacles too. For some of you, I see somebody, I think I've mentioned this before, I see a lot of the same things until they happen, okay? And I see somebody doing some kind of philanthropic work to the point where, you know, like maybe you're starting a foundation, okay? Or like a nonprofit or something like that. Or maybe the business that you have, you start designating that a certain amount from a certain product or something like that always goes to like this nonprofit or this nonprofit, something like that, which is, again, what we need more of in the collective anyway, right? That collective sharing. And that also raises awareness, which is crucial for certain topics, right? And I see somebody having the wherewithal to do that. That's part of this legacy here. Yeah, I see, oh my goodness. Okay. I think this is something I've seen before. I see somebody reaching out in like war zones, and it has to do with the children, okay? And it's like kind of identifying the people on the ground that are already doing the work, and you're bringing them funding. You're bringing them what they need. You have the wherewithal to make sure that stuff gets from point A to point B safely, okay? Like even if it's money or whatever, but I'm seeing like somebody coordinating a whole thing to bring in supplies. And what I'm hearing is like, you're like the only person that can do this, okay? And Spirit has been kind of waiting for you. You went through some kind of a big tower moment. Spirit has been waiting for you to build up the strength and the sanity, right? Because sometimes we all get a little crazy when shit happens, right? Waiting for you to stabilize and balance out and come back into that heart space. And I want you to know that as soon as you start doing this, not only once people start finding out what you're doing, people are just going to like overload you with either money or whatever, okay? In fact, you're going to have a hard time keeping up, getting stuff to the places it needs to go. Like so if I'm talking to you and you're thinking about doing something like this, and when I'm seeing, I'm seeing like a war zone, but I'm also seeing like city streets, but there's gunfire. That's why I'm saying a war zone, okay? That could be in a city, okay? What I see is that you are that integral piece of that puzzle to make this work and to keep it safe for everybody. And what I'm also seeing is that in doing so, this is going to ease some of the tensions. Like the violence is going to ease, because even the people that are perpetrating the violence are going to understand now that people actually give a shit, that they care, okay? That it's not just within their community, or they're going to see this outpouring of love, and it's going to lift their heart for whoever that's for. Okay? Some of you could be feeling kind of burdened right now, but no, again, I see this house here, right? I see this house coming in. You're going to get clarity if you haven't already. Yeah, this is divinely given here. This is divinely given stuff that I am giving to you. This is the reward. This is the abundance. Okay? And These came up in the reverse. Hangman in reverse. We're done waiting. We're done, right? We're not going to be bound any longer. Okay? Eight of Swords. We're done, right? We are moving forward. We are coming out of feeling trapped here. And that's why you're getting the abundance. And trapped can be in emotions, you know, whatever. This is a card of victory. Mind, body, spirit. Victory. I keep seeing this puppy. Somebody has the cutest new puppy, and the energy is just amazing. Little puppy has such great energy. All right. Wow, too many cards here. I'm going to pull just a couple more, and then we're going to end the reading because it's getting long here. Can you tell me if this is a partnership union? And again, there is no gender. These are energies. Okay? Yeah, I think you guys have realized in love now that you don't need to be saved. You don't need somebody to come in on a white horse and save you. You're all about saving yourselves here. Okay? We've got that Five of Wands again. This was a struggle here. But notice how this guy's at the top reaching for the fire, the passion. Okay? I don't care how successful you are. I can hear it. Spirit is telling me to say, I don't care how successful you are. I don't care if you have millions of dollars, all right, and can own the world. If you are not connected in your authenticity and in your heart space, okay, you still haven't saved yourself yet. This is what I'm hearing. Hangman, done. So whoever I'm talking to, okay, you might have a ton of money, but it doesn't help you, your feelings inside here. In fact, I know I'm talking to somebody with a shit ton of money, and they're miserable. They can go do whatever they want. That's okay. Like, they have fun doing their thing and all that kind of stuff. But deep inside, it's like there's a missing piece. And this is about the death and the rebirth here. Whatever you are searching for, person with money, and I mean tons of money here, it's not going to come from another person. Okay? The fulfillment you seek comes from inside, I'm hearing. And this is the lesson that you're learning. This is what these tower moments are about. I'm seeing somebody here that is now just starting their tower moments. It might have been, karmic back here. The tower moments are just starting. So you could be, cross-watching, whatever. If you've tuned into this, one way or the other here, you were meant to see this reading. There's a quote that we have in the affirmation cards that talks about how, being focused on money, being focused on money for the wrong reasons, right, is not fulfilling. Okay? People can use good work even. You can work for a nonprofit. I used to work in the nonprofit sector, and I can tell you that there were people there that were only there to feel the feeling they got when they helped people. It wasn't yes, it was wonderful. They did great work. Don't misunderstand me. But I could read them internally that the satisfaction they were getting was from doing the good deed. It wasn't, it was superficial. It was surface level. Surface level is a better word for it. Okay, and we're talking about internal stuff here. Somebody out there has this whole inside energy that they haven't even tapped into yet. That's why it's in the reverse. Some of you got it, okay? But this is what we're meant to do. We're meant to leave these things behind and integrate and come into the light here. It has been affecting your work, okay? And somebody's home life, I hear. You know, if you're not happy with yourself, you can't be happy with anybody else. If you're not a whole person, you know, you can't go out and seek, you know how people talk about seeking their other half? Well, that's a misnomer on certain levels, okay? You're supposed to be whole before you're going out and trying to partner up with people. As far as romance is what I'm talking about. Yeah, I feel like some of you are moving forward here out of being guarded, out of the confusion, totally out. You've healed the, you know, the inner child stuff here. Yeah, it's coming in on point now. On point. Okay? Notice the Justice card in the reverse, but I love this card. Okay? It's about trusting in the unknown. Okay? It's about seeing things for what they are, seeing both sides of yourself. Okay? Right? Integration. All right, collective, I am going to go ahead and I am going to pull. This was a long reading, but hey, that's all right. Again, I want to thank all the people. I got some really nice emails because people noticed that I had not been, you know, I wasn't uploading as much, and I really appreciate it. I thank you for checking in on me. We're a family here. That's the way I view it anyway. I told you, this is our channel here. If I truly believe it, I can create it. For those of you that need a little extra encouragement, there is nothing to trust in seeking happiness from outside. This is what I was talking about. You will only become exhausted from suffering, which is without satisfaction and without end. So if you're seeking something that you are not able to make for yourself in the outside world, check yourself. All right? Especially if it's a partnership, like a romance. You need to be whole. You need to be a whole person. You need to have your shit together before you try and partner up with somebody else, or it's just not going to work. You guys are going to just be going in circles. Okay? You need to know who you are, what you are, why you are, and you need to have your feet on the ground and your heart in the clouds, right? With spirit. Do not say anything harsh. What you have said will be said back to you. Angry talk is painful. Retaliation will get you. Somebody needed to hear that. I see somebody really suffering, still kind of not letting go of some things. Whatever joy there is in this world all comes from desiring others to be happy. Whatever suffering there is in this world all comes from desiring myself to be happy. But what need is there to say much more? The childish work for their own benefit. The Buddhas work for the benefit of others. Just look at the difference between them. Okay? Heart space, passion. I don't know. Somebody out here needs to hear this because I keep being told to grab cards. And I am getting tired. So what's going on, Spirit? We got the Priestess number 6, which also goes down into 2 3s or 3 2s. Look them up. Look up those numbers. Be still and know. Listen to your hunches and intuition. Be ready for solutions to seemingly unsolvable problems to appear. Miracles. Okay? If you want miracles, if you want to see miracles, you have to see them. You have to be open. You have to be ready. You have to believe in them. Okay? We've got the fortune teller here, number 43. Being open to possibilities and trusting your intuition to interpret the answers that are coming in, okay, from the divine, right? This can help you to help others. Okay? If you are in your soul's purpose, you are about helping others as well. You know how that exchange works. All right? And you're being called out here. This is how it works. It's a number 7. Somebody, again, might have a 7 life path. I see somebody by December 5th, you're going to be getting a message here about somebody that's been doing the escape. You or someone you care about may seek refuge in escapist behaviors when faced with limits, difficulties, or sorrow of some sort. Yeah, it's also a 7 here. This is the picture on the card. But I see this by December 5th. Somebody is going to be getting a message about somebody that they've been wondering about or looking for or concerned about. You know, I feel like whoever I'm talking to, this person is okay. This is their path. You need to respect that. Okay, now we can offer help. We can, I'm seeing somebody like handing a hotline number, but they have to take the initiative, because the more they don't take the initiative and other people swoop in, okay, it's not helping them. I had a similar situation in my life that I will share. It's very near and dear to my heart. And what I finally understood is that by me swooping in, I was actually, how do I want to say it? And I'm not saying don't care, don't express care, okay? Not what I'm saying at all. Yes, please do. But by me, you know, telling somebody what to do, or if we, you know, if we're telling somebody what to do, or we're not letting them just be in their space and, you know, with their emotions and figure things out, we should be building them up. You can figure this out. You got this. I'm here to listen. It's your decision, right? Because by doing that, you're basically telling that person that they don't have enough power to do it for themselves. Okay? It's a hard lesson to learn. Seer, see beyond the current situation. So whoever I'm speaking to, okay, you have to see more, you have to see a broader picture here. See what your influence, the influence that you're having, like literally step back and see what it's actually doing is what I'm hearing. Yep, High Priestess, same as the Seer card here. See past the current situation. Intuition here. Intuition. I see somebody here is getting an award. I've said this before. Death, rebirth. Somebody here is literally getting an award, whether it's for a performance. Yeah, well, it's obviously performance, but I mean, whether it's music, whether it's the theater, whether it's, you know, at work. Okay. And I'm seeing that for somebody out there, they're going to get this award and it's going to feel hollow because they realize they're not happy about it. They don't have anybody really worthwhile in their life to share it with, is what I'm hearing. Magician's coming out. Hangman in reverse. You've seen the light. Tower's over with. You get it now. And here we go. There's the Judgment. So we've come full circle here. Some spirit messages in there for people. If you do resonate with this stuff, please like, share, and subscribe. Help us grow the channel. There's a lot of videos. I've got, I think at this point I have almost 500 hours of videos. Some of them, if you check the playlist, there's timeless videos. Yep. Luck, industriousness, and sweet victory. 16 coming into 7. I keep seeing a life path of 7. If you don't know how to do a life path number, You can look it up online. Make sure you find a reputable source. I actually am in the process of finishing like some mini books that people are going to be able to download that explain a lot of this, you know, in really simple terms here. So people can at least, you know, get those numbers and things. I'm also going to be pulling in, you know, even people that I mentor that are more knowledgeable in like astrology and things like that. I'm waiting for permission to share some of this stuff with you guys. Okay. Once they say yes, then I'm going to go ahead and share. Yeah, we've got the dog. Loyalty, sincerity, unconditional love, number 19. Goes into a 10, 1, 0, right? This is how we're supposed to take life in the moment. Dogs are the most present beings, right? Okay. And the deer, number 22, gentleness and diplomacy. The deer is a reminder to be gentle with yourself. Some of you might be seeing deer. I see somebody that almost got hit by a deer. Okay, that was to wake you up, is what I'm hearing. Spirit was trying to wake you up. You were actually in some kind of like stress daydream. You were worried about something and your mind was going 80 miles a minute and you were actually parked and this deer almost hit you. Okay? Dragon, pull in the power and the strength, number 24. This is the energies that are helping us right now, especially through the eclipse season. This is, dragon energies are, you know, this is representational of the ancient primal energies here. And this is what we've all been dealing with. And that's why it seems so unfamiliar, because we're in this world of high tech and, you know, shopping malls and, you know, delivery services and AI and all this stuff. This is ancient energy that's coming in, okay, that we are trying to reintegrate. That's part of this heart space. Yep, birth. Okay, birth and rebirth, number 50. The whole planet is going through this. Whether people want to know this or not, whether they understand what's happening to them or not, because the tower moments come in and there's a lot of systems. I said this before, October, November, and December. There are, you know, truths are going to be revealed as the veil keeps pulling back. Excuse me. And people are going to be held accountable for things. And systems are starting to, I don't want to say fail, because that's not what it is. Yeah, we've got confirmation with the Emperor here. Okay, this is about empires here. This is global. Okay, systems that have been in place that are harming people are starting to crumble. And part of the reason that's happening is because people are starting to pay attention now. And they're starting to reintegrate that heart space with the logic. Doesn't have to be one way or the other. Okay, and I know, especially here in the United States, people have been very polarized. Like, there's no middle ground anymore. There's no common sense. Okay, it's like my way or the highway. And both sides are saying that. So in the meantime, the divide just gets bigger, right? Right, that system doesn't work. Okay? Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has feelings. Okay? It's about integrating that heart space back in. Being open, being grateful. And being open to discussions, being open to learning. We are all teachers and we are all students at the same time. Every single one of us. Okay? I'm hearing for somebody, I see stories coming out in the news that are going to be pivotal for the way this all moves forward in the world. Specifically, coming into December here. I'm trying to grab, I guess I'll have to use my kitty cards here. Hold on. this will help me get some timeline. And just to finish up here. Hey, if you've hung out with me this long, I appreciate it. I know sometimes it can get long-winded, and, you know, sometimes people like to just hang out. I appreciate you. Queen of Wands again. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I thought that was clubs here. All right, Queen of Swords. Which kind of makes sense because I'm talking about systems here. Yep, Eight of Diamonds. The work is going to pay off here. Boundaries with grace. Boundaries in love. That's why I've got the feminine showing up here. And this is going to be harvest here. Okay? Growth, energy. Notice both of these cats are white, and they are not all like that. This is about the light here. Okay? This is about the light coming in. This, you know, systems disrupted, truths coming out. And it's not done yet, even after December. This is just like, it's going to be, some of the stuff that's going on is going to be shocking. It's going to be like, I can't believe this person, like they're actually getting arrested, right? Like people are actually getting arrested for some really heinous shit. Okay? And I am also here to say that some of it goes deeper than we know. Yeah. 5 of Hearts, breakthroughs in the heart. It's also a Manx cat, which kind of makes sense. Okay? Cups. 5 of Cups. Yep. Ace of Swords. Clarity is coming in here. This is about belief systems. This is about origins. Okay? People are having to choose here. This also signifies partnerships and marriages. Okay? Divine feminine, divine masculine, or whatever that looks like for you. 2 of Cups. Yep. Oh, wow. Okay. Can't make it up. Right? 2 8s. Right? Swords and Pentacles, baby. There's going to be, a lot of this has to do with monetary stuff as well. Around the globe. Like anybody that's been embezzling or doing fraud, there's going to be something big that's coming out here. And let me see here. I see by January 7th that we're going to be hearing about, and this could be a global thing, that the money's going to start being revealed here. There's going to be a huge clarity breakthrough here. Thank God, right? Thank you, Spirit. Because what happens when things come out into the light, okay, is they get processed, they get dealt with. You know, it might take some time, you know, but things are accelerating here. It's not taking 3 and 4 generations to do, or 2 and 3 generations to do stuff anymore. Yeah, we've got that Joker card coming in, right? Yep. Okay. Full. It's going to start over again. The Jokers had a specific space in court. They were there to bring levity into the court. Okay? But the Jokers that survived, because courts, you know, back in the day were like cities. All right? That's why, you know, people could turn on the king and the queen, right? They were like cities in themselves. And a lot of them, you know, this was through generations. And the Jokers had to be very witty because they had to, you know, say things that were funny, but they also influenced things, and they could influence the king or the queen, or, you know, leaders in the court. So they had to be witty, and sometimes they had to be witty to stay alive, right? Okay. All right, collective. I'm good. So, I think I'm going to go in and finally get some sleep here. One last card. Yeah, prayer works. Okay? All of us should be really diving into our practice. This is a great reminder that while you are doing your practice, okay, that, you know, it's not all about what we want, okay? It's about what's happening around the globe. Please remember to pray for the innocent souls that are suffering. Okay, you don't have to get specific. You don't have to tell Spirit what to do, but you can lift it up, right? Make it God's. Release the idea of my. As soon as you start to say the money, the money, the relationship, the job, freedom arrives. It's talking about attachment. When there is no grasping, the right actions get shown. Free me from my prison of my dear Lord. All right, guys. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I really appreciate, I just got some really awesome emails and comments. And, you know, I haven't talked a lot about this much on my channel, or me talking about me on the channel, right? But I want you to know that I really appreciate it. And for those of you that might not know it, I have actually received emails where, or messages where people have said to me, like, thank you so much for doing this. You know, I was on the edge. Or, you know, they might mention, you know, somebody's comment, like, you know, here I was listening to your message, I resonated, and thank God I tuned into your message because I was right on the edge, and all of this stuff. And, you know, and then I saw these comments that were so awesome, and it just really lifted me out of that, you know. So know that the energy that you exchange, that it makes a difference, and we don't always know the difference that it makes in people's lives. And that's why it's important to kind of always be kind of tuning in, and if we feel called to share something, right? Anyway, take good care of yourselves, take care of each other, please, and as always, be kind out there.